Yeah, of course, when we talk about investments, about business, the main question for investors is if there are sufficient workforce, not only sufficient workforce, but qualified workforce. So during the years of independence, we have developed a system of education. We have introduced the compulsory English learning from the first grade at all schools in the country. We have invited several big names, big universities to our country, and we have affiliates of Westminster University in Tashkent from London. We have Italian Torino Polytechnic University, which prepares workforce and skilled manager for machinery industry, for automobile industry. In IT sector, we have Korean Inha University. We have also Singapore Institute of Management Development, which is also covering tourism sector. In oil and gas, we have Moscow State University named after Gubkin. If we talk about Russian universities, we also have Moscow State University branch in Tashkent. So we are trying to bring universities, trying to bring professors, best teachers to our country so they can train, they can assist in growing professionals also. And we have a special program called XDDOT. It's a government-funded program which brings foreign professors, teachers to our universities. And so far, as I mentioned in my presentation, the literacy rate in Uzbekistan is 97%, so it's above the average in the world, and it's still, as Mr. Kumanov mentioned, it's a plus, it's a positive legacy of Soviet Union. So our task now is to continue development of our education system and to ensure that our education system is bringing sufficient qualified professionals to meet the demand of the economy growth.
It's if I could intervene on this point, one of the developments that is occurring not just in Uzbekistan where it started, but in other places in Central Asia, is the development of vocational technical schools. There was a lot of skepticism about these here when they were introduced. They're afraid of highly educated people and so on. We only have technical people, but in fact, these are coming increasingly under the influence of the German-Swiss vocational training, and it's, I think, it's an open question how these will develop in the future. But if the next few years they develop as positively as they have in the last few since their founding, this could be a partial and significant answer to your question. We'd have time for only one or two more. Yes, sir.
I'm Blake Marshall for the International Tax and Investment Center. Thank you for your presentations. I noted on the slides the tax-related incentives associated with SMEs and large-scale enterprise investment coming into the country. My question has to do with the plans that have been announced in Tashkent for broad-based tax reform, maybe into 2018. We noticed that a commission has been established, a working group set up to interface with industry to talk about what works and what doesn't. Could you say a few words about the plans for that going forward, both in terms of tax policy and tax administration, collecting the revenue to make the economy kickstart?
Yes, thank you very much. Very good question also. So in July, our president had a meeting with economy agencies, economy ministries of our government, and during that meeting he put a task to significantly reduce the tax pressure on the businesses. So we expect, and we have started working on that, and we are now working with the World Bank and other international consulting companies to draft a new legislation and to adjust the tax rates on the businesses. As you may know, that currently small and medium enterprises in Uzbekistan are paying only one single unified tax, is only 5% of their profit. And we are now thinking of revising this model and trying to introduce new methods of taxation based on international standards. We are also trying to stimulate companies to grow from small and medium size to the large ones, because now with the existing system of taxation, which stimulates only SMEs, what businesses do, they are not growing, they're trying to stay small and medium, they are multiplying, they are making branch or some daughter companies, and they are not growing, they are making separate entities. That's why we are now thinking to make changes to that and to stimulate the growth of businesses, to make them bigger, larger, and at the same time without pressuring them in terms of taxes. So there is a clear understanding that we should create a system that will stimulate growth of business without increasing the tax pressure on them.